Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Idea Studio. I'm Dana,
I'm Jep.
and this is our midweek live from Bangkok live stream. As always, talking about what's going on in and around Bangkok here in Thailand. And you can see today we're rocking our Poe on the Go shirts. Our friend John Poe is in town and hooked us up with his shirts. Mine's a little big. I thought I was bigger than I was, and this one I'm kind of swimming in it. I think it's a 3X.
No, 4X.
Oh, it's a 4X.
So it's nice here, like,
Yeah.
4X.
I'm not that jacked yet. Not that jacked yet. Let's jump into the chat real quick. Say, where's McGregor? I think he means Maganj. He was the first one. He'll probably be back. He's maybe he's getting his wake and bake on. B&P Chris, what's going on?
You mean he like cooked some
Cook himself, yeah. Hey, Smoke Def, what's going on? Yo, Mojo, what's up? John Poe. Oh, yeah, looking dapper with the shirts. Hey, Yang.
I like this pink.
Yeah, that's a good pink for Jib likes that one. Yeah.
Like French.
Very, very nice logo. Nice pops with the vinyl. Well done. Well done, John. Well done. So, yeah, a lot going on, guys. Lot going on in Bangkok this week. Songkran is over. We're back to work.
Oh, I don't know, like the date number, like road accident. Normally,
Yeah.
like every year they like report. Seems like this year just like
Yeah, it's only a couple hundred a day. It's not that bad. Not like previous years where it's just like,
thousands.
yeah, like thousands a
Before,
day.
it's like, I think this year is like 300 average. So more than the
Yeah.
COVID date. But yeah.
So actually, we'll look at the numbers real quick. So today's 20,000. We looked at these numbers yesterday. It was 16,000 new cases. So reported cases, yes, to be clear, reported cases. So there's a 4,000 jump between yesterday and today, but the recoveries have really spiked up. We're up to 25,000 recoveries. And then is this our average per province?
Yes.
So there's 2,000 people hospitalized, 2,049 hospitalized nationwide with an average of 27 per province. So not horrible. We're getting into a much better stride with things. The numbers are still going up, but what's really impressive is our recovery number continues to climb. So
Is it?
yeah, so we're up to 25,000 recovered, right? And so if we look at that as a metric, we're in pretty good place.
But the date number is like.
So that continues to go up, which is not great.
Good.
Yeah.
So it's like, more detail that I look at it, it's like elderly, like older than 60, and like some of them not get vaccine. Like I don't know why they don't go. If like you over 60 and you don't get any shot yet, you just walk there, show your ID card, and the nurse will serve it you first. Like, oh, please come.
Well, I went to get my third shot, and I was a little overwhelmed by how disorganized it was.
Because it's walk-in now. It's like
Yeah.
they try like because when they said okay, you have to book it before. Some people have a problem like. It's like. Yeah, you stopped me from talking.
I was recording voiceover the other day. Sorry.
This is how
Thank
he
you,
stopped
Chris.
me. So yeah, like when they said like you have to book before, some people complain like, it's too complicated. Like you have to register, go to like whatever service and do it. But walk in, you just like have your ID card, but for you passport, like
Yeah.
go.
I was just really overwhelmed. It was so disorganized when I went to the.
Maybe try Central World.
Yeah.
I think I read like I don't know maybe a week ago that they opened like a walk-in spot somewhere in Central World.
Yeah, I went to when we went to the book fair. I went to Bangsa, and it was just so disorganized, and like it wasn't busy. It was just so disorganized. It was uncomfortable to try to get help.
When I got my third there, it's like
Yeah.
I booked before, but seems like they mix up like people who book from any service, like phone service. Like here, you just scan QR from the service you pay for?
Now, to be clear, when I went for my first and second shot, it was incredibly well
Oh, that's
organized.
in
That was
hospital?
at the hospital. But I'm
Right.
just saying it was
Oh.
incredibly well organized
Yes.
and very smooth. When I went for the walk-in booster, it was not.
Mm.
So that was problematic.
I think because it's like a big space
Yeah.
and like not enough staff to like arrange you, like help.
Yeah, it was rough. So like I wouldn't recommend anyone go to Bangkok for a walk-in because it's just disorganized.
Maybe try Central World. We'll
Yeah.
find out where.
So Osito's interesting comment says the Department of Disease Control said there'll be a meeting on Thursday to consider changing entry rules, such as switching to ATK or dropping tests altogether. Again, we'll see how that goes. They have to propose it. I don't know that. Yeah, I know that there's pressure economically to do something, but again, I don't know that it's necessarily the right move to make to switch the inbound process or be more lenient at this point, or how lenient you could get. No testing altogether just seems problematic. ATK, I mean, it's cheaper, it would be faster, could be really good. I'd feel okay with that, but if they got rid of all testing, I think that'd be problematic in the long run.
So if they get rid of all tasting, so they will consider it same as a flu. Like when you have flu, you sneeze, you have fever, but you can travel.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. I think in the future, people won't be as likely to travel with the flu or anything like that.
Well, if like there's like a severity level is like small, like 1 in 100 that have to go to hospital, then maybe should be fine. อะไรอ่ะ White John person.
I just put the aunties.
No, he sent something.
Hey, ET Travel Freely, what's going on? Oh,
That's
nice.
Joe.
Joe's one of the guys who picked up the limited OG Auntie tank.
Yo!
Ready for Pattaya.
So my face will be in Pattaya เหรอ จริงเหรอ
We just need to launch our own elephant pants now. It'd be good to go. That's nice, Joe. Send me that photo, Joe. I'll throw it up on the community tab. Shoot it to me on Messenger. I'll post it after the live. Let's explore Bangkok. Says about half the population has now acquired immunity against COVID-19, but this remains well short of government's 80% target, according to the Department of Disease Control. Yeah, for sure. I mean, 50% is definitely not enough to provide herd immunity. Let's explore Bangkok since 2004. Nice.
Ooh,
I
2004.
think that's what it says. I'm blind, so.
Yeah, 2004.
Yeah. I think I see it, but I'm not sure.
Yes, it's more.
Yes, 50% is not a great number. It definitely would not provide herd immunity, but we'll see how things go. Austria saw almost halved recently, but the government also lowered the amount of required testing.
Oh.
Yeah, so I mean, so if your case is halved, right, again, it depends on testing and reporting, right? If you're only doing like home ATK tests, a lot of those aren't getting reported right now. And again, we're at all-time highs for new cases. We're also at all-time highs for recoveries, so that's something to keep in mind. We have a very low hospitalization rate at this point, where our hospital system is not overwhelmed as it was before, which is a real positive thing.
Yes, that's good. Before it's like, oh, you have to get like stay in hospital to make sure that you survive.
They were cheering in Alaska Air yesterday when the mask mandate ended in the U.S. Yeah, I'd probably still fly with a mask if I were going to fly, even if there was no mandate.
Oh, I saw. Yeah, they announced like passenger doesn't have to wear masks.
I
But like
would,
you sit next to, like you surround by people you don't know,
yeah, I would definitely still wear a mask.
and they may talk and eat and sneeze.
Yeah.
Like
I would definitely still wear a mask.
I don't know really like. Well, after this, will I go when I go out and sit somewhere in like AC and like hours, maybe I still have to wear masks. I don't know.
Our buddy Frank has. If I had to fly, I would get the mask he has. I think it's made by LG.
That one
Yeah.
LG ใช่
Yeah, and it's got its own. It's got its own HIPAA filter and its own air circulator. I'd probably get that mask if I was going to take a long flight. Right now, lower infection rate on foreigners arriving than Thai nationals domestically, and we know that many Thais testing positive at home. Yeah, I think a lot of people testing positive in general aren't reporting. But
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, after Songkran, we'll see.
Oh yes.
All the photos from Khao San and Koh Phanang. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. So my friend said like
Toby had 2. He says he's not getting a third.
not really. You're not gonna get another?
I mean, if you get 2, if you feel okay, I'm gonna get the booster. I mean, assuming I can get to a place that's not all chaotic, and get it done.
นี่ can go to สมุทรปราการ Robinson
Yeah, okay.
where I got shoe for jam.
I mean, I
So
probably
it's like
have.
I sent photo to you, right? Like no one there.
I mean, I'm in my 40s. I probably have over 40 flu boosters. So, like, it's the same thing to me. Like in the U.S., you get a flu booster every year.
Yeah, here too, but like it's free just for elderly.
Yeah, I mean, usually your work will provide it in the U.S. Like they'll have a day where like a nurse comes in,
It depends on the
jabs
company
everyone.
here.
I mean, given that flu vaccine is a pretty low skill level injection, so like you could do
Yeah.
1,000.
I think
in
I
a
have
day.
fever after I get that like for the flu.
Or like when I was in the army, all the guys here who were in the army, like Joe and like John, all you guys who are also in the army, you remember Shot Day, when you're in basic training and you go in and all you get is I think Gator Jake was army as well. Like you go in and they just like bang out the shots on your arm and then your butt.
Gator Jack is older, right?
I don't know how old he is, but
Like
maybe
when
like our age.
oh really? I thought he's like
No, Joe.
retired.
But like when I think
Okay,
I think
Joe
Joe said they
retired.
had Joe's retired. Yeah.
So that time, did they use like a kind of a autoclave needle and like syringe,
Oh, probably, yeah.
or they use disposable? I would like to know
That's a
because
good
when
question.
I was young, in primary school, like when a nurse
The
like
autoclave, yeah.
when like they come for like once a year vaccine service, like they have the paper that like mom she has to sign to like okay allow them to give me vaccine. Like no, I would do it at home with disposable needle. It's like okay, so I don't know. It's like just hand the paper back to the teacher, and mom like maybe next week mom got like vaccine for me. But seems like my friend has like kind of what you call like a
The
yellow
scar.
thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's like some has like bad thing, and like that time I remember I saw it's like glass syringe.
I remember they used to do a shot, not before I was born, but I've seen video of it where it's like a cluster of needles and they do it all at once.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
okay next.
Yeah, so I know.
That's before I think we know about HIV.
I remember when my dad told me when he went into the army in the late 60s, it was like a gun with needles that just rotate.
Huh?
Like a belt-fed needle gun. So it's like...
Why didn't really need that like
So I've seen other mass injection tools that are needleless, where it uses a high air pressure and it vaporizes the solution.
I think that's hurt, no?
Yeah, so apparently, like the day after you get it, you look like you got hit with a baseball bat. So it's like from Star Trek, like the ones where the hyper spray, yeah, like shh. But like I guess the damage to your skin, your epidermis, and your muscle tissue that this causes when it goes in is absolutely insane.
Imagine if it's me.
Jib gets like bruised for everything. So this is interesting. ET Travel Freely says he thinks if Thailand sticks to test and go, it's going to lose out Cambodia, Singapore, Malaysia. So maybe Malaysia. I think that Malaysia and Thailand are very similar places to visit cost-wise. If you look at KL to Bangkok, which is really like I've been to Borneo and
I
stuff,
think it's
but
about
like,
the same budget.
but
If you
KL, Bangkok is about the same cost. Like you would budget the same. Singapore is obviously more. Cambodia is
different.
it's a certain person who goes to Cambodia, in my opinion. Like I've said this before, I like Cambodia. We have Cambodian friends. Our friend Tarat Sam is a good friend of both of ours. She lives in Cambodia. Like I like the culture. I like the people. I just like it is not a very well developed place, and if you go there, you see why it attracts certain people. And
Maybe just different adventure.
it's a different adventure. I mean, it's not a bad place to go. Like I've been. I would definitely recommend people check it out, but like for not for a long term stay for me. And I think like if Thailand continues on test and go, Malaysia is really the only one on that list that threatens to take travelers from there. Versus, I think Singapore prices itself a little bit high and doesn't offer the same level of adventure, the same experience that Thailand and Malaysia do. And Cambodia is a different animal altogether. So that's my take. And obviously, I don't think Vietnam is another one that people compare. I don't really think it's that much of a comparison to Thailand or Malaysia. Like,
So what about Malaysia? How like you can get in? Like how?
Yeah, they've completely lifted travel restrictions.
You just fly there.
Yeah, that's how Chiron came to Thailand.
No, because she came here, not
Yeah,
she.
but she can go
fly
back. There's no travel restrictions going back.
She lived there, so.
Yeah, but still, there were restrictions. That's why Bax was able to go back recently too.
That's why he stayed in Australia for a long time.
For 2.5 years.
I thought he works there.
Well, he does, but he hasn't seen his mom for like 2.5 years.
He can video call her.
Yeah, but I mean, Chinese moms.
Oh, he missed like Chinese New Year for because
years.
he cannot go back home. Oh,
USA
okay.
just dropped domestic airport and flight mask mandate. Yeah. Again, like if I had to fly, I'm rocking.
Will
a
you
mask.
wear mask?
On a flight? Yes. If they told me if Bangkok said you don't have to wear it outside,
I will wear it.
it depends on where I am. Like if I'm in Unda or like walking
If I'm in the
around-
park, maybe not.
yeah, but like if I'm like in the mall, yes, right. But if I was like walking around, there's not a lot of people around, I'd probably be okay. I'm not gonna wear it. But if I'm on a flight where it's just recycled air, yeah, I'm gonna wear it. You're already breathing in all those farts.
But you mean like recently? So like I don't know. After this, maybe I still like freak out about like walk without mask. I don't know.
Hey, Uncle Craig, what's going on, man?
Yo.
Hello from KPP, where the work continues. Nice.
Is it rain there?
Yeah, you getting a ton. Did you get? So I know John experienced this the other day. I don't know what it's like up in KPP, Uncle Craig, but we got crazy unseasonal rain 2 days ago, man.
Monday.
Monday,
Is that?
yeah, 2 days ago.
So they say summer storm.
It wasn't rainy season rain.
No.
It wasn't like crazy powerful. Like John, it's funny because John's like, "Wow, this is crazy. It's so powerful." I'm like, this is light to medium. Like this, or I should say, it's on the light side of medium.
It's just occasion rain.
Yeah, it's not. It wasn't like.
It's not raining season yet,
Yeah,
John. You have to try.
But for this time of year, straight up, like we don't get that type of rain
No.
usually.
It's just weird.
Hey, Dip Media, what's going on, man? Clevelandite there. We got a fellow Clevelandite in the building, Midwesterner. I think it was it Pete's video that you came over from?
Oh.
He's a Cleveland guy. Enjoying it snowed in Cleveland the other day. Josh, my buddy Josh, still lives out in Cleveland.
Isn't it like end
Yeah.
of winter?
Yes.
And why you still have
No,
snow?
I mean, it's not summer, but it's spring.
Yeah, but I mean like it should be end of winter.
Usually in America, we say April showers bring May flowers. So it's like rains in April. You get
So
like
you rain
flowers and foliage.
As snow?
Yeah. Dip Media, man, what's going on?
Or full
Craig
moon
said was having a
party?
full moon party last weekend. Yeah,
Yes,
full moon
yes. So I saw like footage from like all the party and like I think Patong Beach and other places. no mask, of course, and like I don't know if like well, okay, they pass like taste and go, right? Because all like most of them are tourists. But if Thai who join there, they bring
Yeah. Bring it
COVID
back.
in to
Or
you
bring it back.
something.
Yeah.
So it's mean like for okay example like Phuket like island, right? So everyone there, most of tourists there, like no 100% of tourists there pass the test because they can go out the hotel, right? So they feel like okay they clean, they safe, right? But then actually it's Thai make them get a COVID. That's the thing.
Yeah, it was. I'll say it was. Some of the videos I saw were pretty wild, pretty crazy. Let's see. Hey, Maganj, what's up, man? Let's explore Bangkok. I was looking at a stream on here on Sunday. It was around noonish, and the airport was dead. It was like ghost town for a whole BKK too. Yes, Bangkok's always empty during Songkran, with the exception of usually wherever the big parties are.
What Sunday?
This Sunday.
What was that?
They said it was dead in Bangkok.
17?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like for long weekend because Songkran is like Wednesday to Friday, right? And then they have like extra weekend, like so they have like Saturday, Sunday. So most of people go out town. And like this time of the year, normally my family and I will enjoy the city, like go around, no traffic at all.
Museums,
like, quick, you know, like you can find a parking spot in a shopping mall. Go to a restaurant that not packed, you know, it's like wow, so happy. And then like we don't have to like stuck on the road like somewhere out town and fight like to get a spot on the beach, you know, that type.
So this is you've never had this shot, Jim. So you're talking about the peanut butter shot. And Joe's talking about like rub your butt for an hour.
Huh?
This shot. So I believe this is a coagulant.
Cool.
So that if you were to get injured, like it coagulates your blood quicker. So like if you get shot or stabbed, like your blood will coagulate quicker.
Should I have it?
Probably not. But they put it in your butt and it causes a big lump, and you gotta rub your butt. You gotta rub your butt against the wall or like sit down. And because it's so thick and it's cold, and then it itches when it's under your skin.
Then why they inject when it's cold?
I guess they have to keep it cold.
Law.
Yeah. Yeah. It's So, Steve, how was it? It was a great day on set. Really fantastic experience. I'll talk more about it, like once the film's trailer's released, and I can get more into
Let's
detail.
hope that can see your face on it.
I definitely won't be in the trailer. I mean, my part.
I
Is
know,
so
but
small,
like in that movie.
I was really grateful to work with one. It's like apparently it's like $140 million budget movie. Great actors, amazing director, who I was just really grateful to have the opportunity to see and work, to see the way he works in Judge John. So I was just really grateful to see the way that the director moves and works and gives direction on set, and he was he's very open and like really kind of embraced like improvisation on set. So as it'd probably be like a year before like it's even talked about coming out. Or once details are released and stuff like that, then I'll get more into detail. I don't want to give like a ton away, but I'll say it was an amazing, probably the best on-set experience I've ever had. This is maybe my third or fourth movie now. And so, but just like obviously like the highest level of production I've ever done, and also just like an amazing experience overall. I'm not going to like wearing a mask for 25 hours even on business class. I'm considering fasting during the flight. Seriously, testing positive on arrival would be a nightmare. Yeah, for sure. That would be the worst case scenario, testing positive on arrival. I actually lately, before the pandemic, last couple of times I flew, I did fast on my flights just because I find it easier than like navigating the food in the airline. So I've always found that good. Mask with a HEPA filter. Yeah, I think it was a HEPA filter. It was a mask by LG. It had some type of filter in it, like a medical grade filter.
Yes.
And it has like a little fan to circulate air, so like you don't get all like sweaty underneath.
And I think they have like some type of like a speaker that
Yeah, so it also has like a speaker, so you talk
can
and
talk,
it'll
like you have to
broadcast.
yell.
But apparently there's quite a delay, so it's not fantastic.
But at least it's something.
Yeah. Let's explore. I've had all 3 Moderna. Oh, nice.
Oh.
Yeah, I had 2 AZ, and I've got to get just like a third whatever is available. Again, I'll try Central World next time. If you guys saw the photo I posted in the community tab, last time we were at Central World, there was 0 time to waste because we were trying to rush home to not get rained on.
Still get it.
Yeah. That's a polio vaccine that leaves a mark. Amy Fink, hey, thanks for stopping by. I like your emoji.
I'm not sure if I have.
So, the old polio vaccine, babe.
I don't know. I have like
Yeah,
this
Jim
one,
has
this
a couple.
one.
I don't have any marks from vaccines.
Really?
Yeah. No.
Let me show you butts.
Yeah, no, I got everywhere I've had vaccines. Like I heal up pretty good
What's
though.
in the front? Oh no.
So yeah, I mean I
So
heal up pretty good. But also I think like at my age, like in the U.S., by the time we
don't
were
inject
getting
here?
vaccines, we injected our arm, but like they're small needles by the time I was
Yeah,
born.
it's small needle too.
But yeah, I never got. But babe, you scar like if you get like a little cut. Like I get stabbed and I'm like okay 2 days later.
When Jem was born, she got something like on her butt cheek.
Oh yeah, John got the air-powered shots. Yeah, it was this damn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, John got the ones with the aerosol.
Wee. Ja.
Hey, Hike, what's going on, man? So a documentary about the shots. Singapore opened as of yesterday. Nice.
Oh.
I think a lot of people will be like going into Singapore. Singapore, from a business perspective, makes sense. They've also got a very small population, right? So controlling these types of things is a bit easier.
Yeah, I think easier to
It's
control.
a very regulated place if you've ever been. You going permanently, Magand, or you just going to go, or is that your move? Is your visa done? 8-needle gun for the polio vaccine. Damn. Yeah, so that's the one that leaves the mark that Amy was talking about.
Huh.
Let's explore Bangkok. Thailand should ask for help from Singapore. I've said this for a long time now. Help with vaccination or help with governmental organization? Singapore's an interesting place. I've had the opportunity to like take jobs and live in Singapore, and I've always said no because I find it to be a very stressful place. Bangkok as a city is sort of the perfect balance to me. It's big and creative and amazing like New York would be, but it's not cold. And it has enough elements of disorganization to still be fun. Of course, like government regulation is not optimal, but again, it's not anywhere. Like, is what it is. You got to roll with the punches. It's fairly easy to live here. The cost of living is very good. It's the work environment is quite nice. So, if you're well positioned, this is a great place to be. Singapore, a lot of people love Singapore. They prefer it to Bangkok. I'm not one of those people. But I know a lot of Singaporeans who spend a lot of time in Thailand specifically because they think it's a better solution for their life. Like, just they don't want to be, they find their government to be a bit tyrannical, and they would rather be in Thailand. Which, I get.
You just live where you want.
A certain person goes to Cambodia, understatement of the year. I'm just throwing it out there. Never had it me. I had taken a day off when my school was doing it. Nice. New passport. Awesome, Hike. Making a trip soon? Moving soon? Relocating? What's up? Oh, I scrolled all the way down. Cambodia now reminds me of Thailand when I visited backpacking teenager 20 years ago. I never came to Thailand 20 years ago, but...
You can ask me how it looked 20 years ago.
What did it look like 20 years ago, Ben?
Let me think.
Well, Jib's never been to Cambodia.
No, never.
So if you guys know Nammark and Landmark's channel, they're in Cambodia right now, or they're leaving, or they might have left already and gone somewhere else. I think they were talking about their visa expiring on their live stream. But they're like legit in the capital still have dirt roads in the capital city. 20 years ago, did Bangkok have dirt roads?
Maybe some small soy, like side soy.
Oh, that's true.
So like, you know Sukhumvit Road, right?
Yeah.
Never have
I am familiar with Sukhumvit.
It's like, of course, not a dirt road.
Yeah.
But when you turn to 93, of course, the main not gonna be dirt road.
That's true. My mechanic, Jack from SMS Sakol Motorsports, up here on 97/1. Sakol.
Sakon, his name.
He told me that 20 years ago, 97/1 was a dirt road. I think his family owns like that whole block.
I think.
Like that's all their businesses. It's like a lubrication company, a car wash. He told me the 7-Eleven is their land, but they don't own the 7-Eleven. They just rent the land. And it's pretty awesome, like how entrepreneurial his whole family is. Like they do lubricants for automotive and machinery. They have the motorcycle repair shop. The car wash essentially runs itself. They probably just have someone that goes over and fills the soaps.
Yes.
I mean, just like a very smart entrepreneurial family that made the most of a piece of land in an area that, you know, most people would never think is like a high traffic area. But I will tell you, I see people drive like very high end cars to that car wash just to wash their car. So I mean, it's
maybe it's like a quick wash, like easy wash. Not like they can do it by themselves. No need to go like queuing, waiting,
or risk that someone's gonna rub like a dirty sponge across their car and scratch the paint.
Well, it depends where they go.
Like I literally just saw a McLaren in that car wash the other day.
That's expensive.
Yeah, exactly. But yes, I think that I think it is a like 20 years ago, yeah, maybe in Bangkok where we live. But I guess, you know, when I say this though, Osito, we were in Sumit filming the last time we filmed for the BTS series, which I'll start editing soon for the next episode. That last segment, there were dirt roads in Sumit right off Sukhumvit. So I mean, yeah, we were not far from Bangkok.
So it's like 20 years ago, like in like side soys, like some small side soys like that.
Aloha from Annut. Keon, what's going on, man? How's things in Annut? Enjoying the big city life for a little bit before you head out to the island again? Koh Klan, that's where you go, right? Koh Klan?
Yeah, he's even Saigang there.
Singapore opened April 1st. Total traveling figures $500K. Damn, just need to certify for inoculation. Ugh, I can't read today. Oh yeah, Johnny Poe over in Bangkok. Disagree about Vietnam. Vietnam has top-notch tourist infrastructure. The food there is maybe top 5 in the world. Yeah, good food. Really, you think that the tourist infrastructure nationwide is top-notch? I mean, I'm like, for me, like I think about like countries when I think about like I compare cities to Bangkok 1-to-1. I don't see any city in Vietnam as an equivalent to Bangkok, in my opinion. I'm open for someone to change my mind though, Osito. Tommy J, hello, sir. Went Klong walking last night up in Ono. Yeah, John was up on 77. He walked down my local Klong looking for snakes.
Scary walk.
Up to 77. So pretty deep on 77. So that Klong takes you out at 26. On 26. Is Soy Onna over there, right? Off of 77? Yeah. So it'd be 26. Because it's right at the bridge, past the post office. It might be 28. Post office is 30, 28th and 26th.
28 is post office.
Yeah, you're between 20. Okay, so it is 26 then. Post office, 30 is the cut through. Let's see, great rain shower. It was an okay rain shower. You come back in October, November, John, and it'll blow your mind with the rain. Don't stay in that below
No,
street level apartment.
if you
though.
like to have experience of raining or July, like your towel will never dry.
It was definitely crazy rain 2 days ago, sitting under the house with massive rain and windstorm, drinking a case with the boys. Only in Thailand. Yeah. You can sit. Actually, I was showing Jib a house very similar in style to your knockdown house, Uncle Craig, but it was a concrete elevated home. It was really cool. Dip media, yeah, it snowed, man. It was 32 Fahrenheit. It will be 80 on Sunday. I'm over it. Yeah, you know, like Cleveland, there's a lot of great things about Cleveland when I lived there, man. The weather was not one of them, ever. Like, the weather and the inconsistencies in the season really got to me. And the infrastructure challenge as well. Oh, damn, Chris, man. Thank you for the super chat, brother.
Oh, thank you.
Much appreciated, bro. That's awesome.
Big fan.
All right, send me this one, Joe. Send me this one of you with the tank and the Auntie Jib sticker on the water bottle. I'm going to throw that up. Dude, thank you so much, Chris. I appreciate the super chat. Always appreciate it, guys. Never expected, always appreciated. Oh, yeah, so talking about the horrible weather in Cleveland. Look, man, a lot of good things about Cleveland, a lot of not so good things, and the weather is definitely up there.
Oh, maybe I will buy the red nectar and give it to Joe. Give it to John.
Yeah.
So when he go back,
Can pour on the snow.
Next winter, he can pour it on snow.
Yeah, the way it's going, he might have snow before. He might have snow again this year.
Huh?
He might have snow again this year. Hey, Stuck, what's going on, man? Let's see if we can get a lot of people talking to each other. Rabbit bites from the vaccine? Oh.
Huh?
Oh, you're talking about the scars.
Oh.
Going for work, then Vietnam for about a month, then I'll be back. Oh, nice.
Okay.
Going for work isn't a game? Was it for a game, Greg? Let's see. Close to, also, 2004, I guess close to 20 years in Thailand. Changed a lot. For sure it has, right? I mean, I think my first time in Thailand, technically, I had a slight illegal trip to Thailand. I crossed the border accidentally, like in 2004, when I was in Cambodia. That was a whole mix-up. That's what led me. I think I told you about the story about being in Cambodian jail for a night. That was that. But like my first official trip to Thailand, I think was 2010. And a lot has changed in the past 12 years. So I can only imagine how much changed in the 10 years prior to that. What Jib was telling me when she was in high school 45 years ago, that 25 years ago, there was no BTS at all.
No.
So imagine the skyline. Like I posted that photo the other day that we took from...
I think they opened the service when I was in...
college, right?
Yeah.
So I posted the photo the other day from Chitlom BTS. It's on the community tab now. It's the top photo of it was us looking towards Siam from Chitlom. So imagine like that skyline being completely different. Oh, Joe, man, thank you again for the super chat, brother. $2 equals 40. What did it say? $2 minus 40 cents, you get 120. Minus 40%, you get 120. WTF? Thank you, Joe. Thank you for the $2, brother. But yeah, I was talking about the skyline. Imagine the skyline being so different. And Joe and Chris, man, you guys have always supported so much with the Buy Me a Coffees and the Super Chats. It's so greatly appreciated, guys. And to everyone, Craig, all you guys that have supported in the past, Stock, all you guys, thank you so much. Well, this is about rattle. I'm going to spend some time in the forest, a couple of weeks until I usually see some rattlesnakes. Yeah, John's been hunting for some snakes. The only snakes John Poe has seen while he's been here have either been at the snake farm or too far away to get to while he was herping. No good luck yet.
Maybe he should stay in Samui.
Very, very few dirt roads in Phnom Penh now. Siem Reap does cause it's basically a small country town like you would see in Isan. Yeah, I remember Siem Reap being like a bunch of hotels around the monument, around the temples, and then, or the ruins, and then nothing. Essentially, like, you get a block outside the hotels and there's nothing. Yeah.
So it's like a small town in like Isan.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said, yeah.
Yes, like a block or 2 block, then just a farm.
Yeah, amazed at the car scene here. I've seen McLarens, Lambos, just crazy, hyped up. Yeah, the actually in this neighborhood, you see a ton of trucks. Let's see where we at. Quick stop by. Oh, what's up, Andrew? How's things? A little San Diego Padre baseball before I put the kids to bed. Oh, nice. The house in Koklan, actually a smaller village called Makadpum, but that doesn't even show up on the maps. Wealthy, I think you'll be shocked how modern and wealthy Saigon is. Nods, hunt snakes, and their camouflage doesn't work. Yeah, I imagine like it'd be tough, especially in Thailand. Everything's so hot anyway. Scrolled away. I have to get a truck here. We have an SUV. Don't like that. My wife doesn't have a vehicle when I come here, and we need a truck for our dogs living. Yeah. Yeah, we should meet up for coffee soon, Keon, since you're in the hood as well. Some good spots between Unnut and here. Yo, Dave, what's up, man? Oh, Sito, man. Thank you again. Sito, another guy who's supported the channel a bunch, man. Thank you so much, dude, for the super chat. Why doesn't yours show up? That's weird. It's just a little green dash. Thank you so much, dude. Much appreciated. This LG Master 300. Yeah, they're not cheap.
Yeah, it's like 6,000 baht here, I think.
Yeah,
or more.
A little bit less than 300 here, but yeah, right in that range. Yeah, Aceto, man, thank you so much, dude. Since you came to the channel, man, you've been a big supporter. I much appreciate it. Let's see, where we at? I stayed in backpacker hotels in Tonglo about 20 years ago.
Whoa,
it was already
they have
pretty
that
trendy,
hotel?
but the power and water went out all the time. Really, the power and water went out all the time. Now yeah, dude, Tonglo's crazy posh. If you walk like some of the back alleys, like you find crazy mansions out there now. It's wild.
Thonglo expensive, food there expensive, even like street food.
Even mango sticky rice all year.
I try not to eat there.
And BTS opened 99 2000. I remember taking it for the first time. I also remember the MRT in 04.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Okay. So yeah, you were in university.
ใช่สิ
I was already dropped out of university.
จ้ะ
You're still getting dirty looks when Jib is in school.
What?
Yeah, for sure. And Jib
What?
goes back next month to drawing school.
Yes.
Official?
But I think it's online.
Official that you're in?
No, but if it's online class for sure,
For everyone will be in.
then they will accept everyone
Yeah.
because no interview, no taste, no exam, no criminal record check. So they just take you.
Hey, Rich Mac. Oh, you're in Cali, man. Nice.
California.
What are you doing in Cali? What part of Cali? Big state. Only see a couple snakes, yeah. John's striking out on the snakes. Andy Stubbs, what's going on, man? You get a full face hazmat mask. Yeah, for three hundo, you could get like a military mask. Maybe not as accessible to wear on a plane though.
Well, I think here, some type of military equipment that you cannot own it. Have to check it.
Yeah, no, here it is illegal to own a full face gas mask. Speaking of Thailand, Cambodia, is the old temple that ruins still accessible from Thailand side in Khmer? It's called Prayer Villa. Is also Khao Prayer Villa is border Sisaket and Cambodia.
เขาพระวิหาร
so
สิ
it's
พระ
still
วิหาร
it is
ใช่ไหมคะ
yeah, China is still accessible only from Thailand. Cambodia can't afford to build access roads because of the complicated geography around it. I'm actually thinking about doing a video about that in the near future. I got to write out there. But it has been a conflict area in the past like 5 years. Like they've shot at each other across the border. I don't think that happens anymore since I believe the World Heritage Fund said that is officially a Cambodian site. But I mean, Thailand's not going to give them access across the border to get to it. And I think Cambodia just doesn't have the resources to build out access. So I believe the only access still remains from Thailand, so it means you can't go to it. And unless you're like Cambodian that somehow comes into Thailand then can cross the border. I think that's probably the only way. But yeah, I do plan to, I want to get out there and film it. Jib's all nervous about it, but yeah, I'll definitely go.
You don't speak Thai.
I don't speak Thai, no, but I can still go out there. Speaking of Thai, before I keep going with the comments, guys, so I picked this book up on the recommendation of P. Kwan, who you guys might see sometimes on the channel. Oh, not on the channel, but I talk about him, and then he has his own channel. I tweet at him quite a bit. He's an American that speaks like fluent Thai. His Twitter is American Thai guy. And he recommended this book, 100 Thai Words That Make You Sound Thai. And I haven't read it yet, so I'm not going to give like a full-on recommendation. I will say that the introduction feels incredibly wordy, like more wordy than it needs to be. And like the author's clearly British. You read the intro. But like just browsing the first couple words in the book and their explanations, it looks pretty good. And it's all stuff that I recognize that I've heard in conversation before that I didn't necessarily know what it meant. So it's pretty cool from that perspective. So I'll spend like the next couple weeks going through it. And then I'll give you guys a recommendation on it, like up, good, or bad. But right now, it looks interesting from that perspective. Let's see where we at. Let me jump back in. Oh, and then I want to talk about the live streams as well. So some of you guys may notice that a lot of the live streams are no longer available on the channel. What we did was made a lot of those members only. So a lot of the past live streams are now members only content. So members can go back and watch previous live streams. And the reason we did that was, one, they sort of pollute the timeline, the video timeline a bit. And two, they don't generate a ton of views like from search traffic. So we thought, it's decent enough. Like some members may want to go back and check out older ones. So you guys are really like the hardcore group of the channel. And so you may be the ones that want to go back and watch something. So I think what we'll do is we'll leave them for like a week after we broadcast, after we stream, and then they'll become a members only piece of content. And then, as we go, like the new ones will be up for a week, and then the old ones will get moved to members only.
So is that OnlyFans?
Not OnlyFans. OnlyFans not coming soon. Let's see, where were we? I'm going to scroll through some of these. Is there a legit site for Thai entry requirements? There is actually. I think it's like, I think it's like, it might actually be like thaipass.co.th or something. Rich, I'll check and I'll shoot you an email when I find it. As a divorce lawyer, I see the most severe conflict between couples, so this helps keep me sane, see how much you two get along, deeply care for each other. You both know when to push and pull. I think, having been divorced previously, I can attest to Jib and I work at having a healthy relationship. I wouldn't want to go through that again. It's a very costly, emotionally and financially process. So, thank you, Osito. Don't kill me, Jib.
Huh?
I think the other benefit is Jib trains jiu-jitsu too, so she can harm me if need be.
Why? Just put milk into your food.
Or can poison me. She tried to kill me on our first date. Not our first
Not
date.
first
like
date.
That third or fourth date.
But I already asked you Confirm.
True. It wasn't Jib's fault. It was definitely it wasn't the waitress's fault either. She didn't know. She was
And
under
she
the,
should say, "Oh, I don't know. I'm not
That's true.
sure."
She should have said, I don't know. But she told us she was positive it wouldn't have milk. And I had an incredibly... Jib got to see the full force of milk on my digestive system. Jib was actually in tears because I was in so much pain. Jib was crying. She felt bad. I couldn't even stand up. It took hours of like the medication like working for me to be like normal. Let's see. Where am I? I'm way behind today. Let me see.
Nice that Joe put like people's channel on. I saw the pad Thai. No, pad kapao. Like from John.
Oh, okay. I think he dropped his.
So he ate pad kapao and then he sipped Pepsi. That's even more make it spicier.
That intensifies
on the
the spiciness. Yeah. When I studied for 3 years, a book by James Higby's Essential Thai. I always return to it before. Yeah, it's a good book too. I actually have that.
Thai.
Essential Thai.
Was it the yellow
or
orange cover?
Gator Jake, what's going on, man? Let's see. Please go to Kapamra.
Kapavihan.
I would be so worth it. I was able to visit in 01. Eventually it's on the list. I was talking to my my motorbike mechanic yesterday. I had an idea to Jack, the guy who owns SMS, that because I plan to do the rest of the major routes in Thailand this year and next year. So I already did 3 with Chris Sukhumvit. The next major routes are the next longest one would be Route 2, which goes up to the Thai side of the Cambodia of the Laotian border in Vientiane. And then 1 and then 4 is the longest road in Thailand. So I want to continue to do them on the MSX. I think I have a lot of fun riding that, and it's kind of fun to tour on that bike because it's kind of slow, and you do get to take in the scenery a bit more. Of course, it takes a bit longer, and it's a bit of a challenge because of engine size, but that's part of the fun. So I asked my mechanic, though, I asked Jack, would it be possible to swap out my 12-inch wheels on the MSX for something bigger like the 14s from the ADV 150? So he was like, let me talk to the mechanic and check. So he talked to his guy who's like the Honda specialist, and he got back to me. He was like, there's actually a company that makes a kit with 14s, and we can do the bearings the hub and bearings will swap out from your old wheels, and we just swap it right over. And then just need, obviously, new tires, and we'll have to make a little bit of an adapter and for the fenders and everything, and you'll be good to go. And then I'll have to lengthen my kickstand again because after I did the suspension.
Or how can he? Maybe he has to change it.
So my kickstand will be like half the length of my swing arm. But so I'm going to throw the 14s on there, which I think will smooth the ride out quite a bit. I'm probably not going to mess with... I was looking at, like, should I do, like, a big bore kit? But honestly, the reliability of that engine is one of the big things for it. So, I think that is, like, I won't mess with, like, the engine, like, to the extent of putting a big bore kit on. But I'll definitely, like, maybe I'll throw, like, modify the air intake and reflash the ECU. But, like, that'll probably be it. And then I want to pack out some side boxes for it so I can carry both my camera gear and clothes, because right now it's one or the other. Oh, Joe, man, thank you for the super chat. Big bike fun.
No, big bike.
Jim's all nervous about a big bike, but it's gonna happen.
No.
So yeah, it's one of the things that I'm thinking about is like I think with throwing the bigger wheels on there, it'll definitely smooth the ride out and make like bumps in the road and stuff a bit more manageable, because the 12-inch wheels are a bit rough on the Thai roads, especially when you get outside Bangkok. Oh, here John says, Rich Mac. So John went to the Thai consulate website where he got all the info for Thai Pass. Toby says, my mother-in-law caught COVID yesterday. BNP Chris, man, thank you for the nitrous fund for overtime.
What?
that?
No, Chris, you're trying to kill me, man.
What's that mean?
Nitrous fun, like nitrous is like the gas they put into drag cars. So
Oi.
it injects.
ไม่โอ้ย
Well, we have to get Jib on the back for that.
No. My.
I'll leave that up for a minute. I like that. Thank you, Chris. Thank you so much, man. Nitrous. Chris, did you see the video I sent you about Nolan's career? It was really interesting. It was 2 parts to it, but really interesting. It's a bit dated because it ends at Tenet. It doesn't talk about the reception of Tenet. But really good, very well edited, put together video by that guy. So Toby was saying his mother-in-law caught COVID yesterday. She's just hiding in her house. Numbers are definitely wrong. Yeah, the numbers, that's why we always say they're reported numbers because
Because
they're
like
definitely lacking.
some people like they got like a positive taste, but like no severe symptom. They just like okay, stay home, not report because I believe it might quite difficult to call center and say, oh, I have COVID. Can you send me something or
Two of my employees
register?
were in Koh Tao, tested positive for COVID, and have had to isolate since before Songkran. They've got 5 more days in isolation.
Where? At
Koh
home?
Tao.
Oh, still.
So there's so many new cases in Koh Tao, they were sent home from the hospital and told to check into a hotel and not leave. They can't leave Koh Tao until they get a negative test.
Yo. And when they come to Bangkok, more cases here waiting for them.
John was saying he was burning so bad, Pepsi was all he had. So what I find is that anything carbonated with spicy food, like, just blows it up in your mouth. Yeah. This is crazy.
You should sip milk.
Yeah.
But yeah, he can prepare for the level of spiciness.
So here, John Poe and I were talking about Eric Clark. Oh man, thank you for the chat from NorCal.
Where is that?
Northern California. NorCal.
Is it cold?
It can be, yeah.
California.
This is a part of California most people don't talk about.
Why?
Oh, just because it's not Hollywood, it's not San Francisco, but beautiful farm country up in Northern California.
Oh, beautiful farm. Wow.
I used to have a friend who owned a chestnut farm in Northern California.
Chestnut.
Her and her husband.
farm.
Yeah.
I ate chestnut, but I don't know how the tree looked.
Just big trees, but they grew big hybrid chestnuts. Thank you, Eric, man. Thank you so much, dude. Very much appreciated. From NorCal. Love it. Oh, but also, John was saying before that we're watching a video about a guy who drove a tuk-tuk around. I've been talking about, like, it'd be cool to mod up a tuk-tuk and, like, drive it. Jim's facing. Look at Jim's, like, discerning face about all these projects. But what we were saying is that it would be interesting to put a Goldwing engine in a tuk-tuk.
What's that?
It's a huge motorcycle engine.
And you sit on it. Don't forget that. You sit on it.
You sit on it with the motorcycle as well. Actually, you straddle it with the motorcycle. But the Goldwing is like a huge touring bike. It's a Honda.
Wait until John move here and you can enjoy it with him.
All right, John, hurry up and move here, man, and we'll get working on that tuk-tuk. I'll go
go
find
and
us a
join.
tuk-tuk body in the
Go
meantime.
and join. I will enjoy studio here.
But
working on embroidery.
We'll
and
jack
learning.
out the suspension, put a huge Goldwing engine in it.
Maybe Jack can help.
Yeah. Get Jack Shop to do the work on it.
Oh, I should not send that video to you.
We throw a solar panel on top with a pop-out tent.
How can you two sleep together in a tent?
Well, one of us, I'll throw a hammock off the back. We'll put a serious roll cage so I can hammock it. OG Auntie, yeah. Thank you, Gator J, Killer Idea Studio. I'm working on a few new designs. I think I'll, for the shop, I've got a few ideas I'm kicking around for Bangkok themed gear. We'll get some stuff together soon, hopefully. Let's see. John gets to try coffee at my place, so he knows. But he was commenting about my alchemy set for coffee.
What?
All the beaker. He was calling the decanter a beaker and stuff. They're calling it alchemy.
Yeah. Why?
Like chemistry.
Oh, why?
He's just joking about it.
Oh, okay.
You can definitely pour some coffee here. Oh yeah, check out BKK FM and Kiss FM Pattaya. Thai Pass, thank you. I hear June 1st things will
it's
change.
still long now. This is April.
A lot can
May.
happen between now and then.
Yeah.
You tell Jim, yeah, so I'm a bit ahead of you there, John. Yeah, we were talking about it last night.
So I sent him the video because I don't know if you sent the link to John.
No, actually, John got it from someone else and sent it to me. So the same thing that you sent me, someone else sent to John.
Oh, okay. So the guy in that video, his name is Ray McDonald, and he's like, I think his channel is about like go somewhere with friends.
Yeah.
Like they all popular like 20 years ago when I was teenagers, like, or maybe like 25 years ago. Like, so now they make channel together and like go around. And one trip is like with the tuk-tuk, go to the place that the tuk-tuk should not ride.
What do you call his tuk-tuk?
Huh?
What do you call his tuk-tuk?
Lam Duan, Nong Lam Duan. It's like call like Nong, like a sister. Lam Duan. No.
One of the things I thought was funny, there was one of the videos in this tuk-tuk video where they were cleaning out, after taking it off-roading, they were trying to clean out the radiator. It was just completely caked up with dirt.
Yeah, it's like go to the dirt road with the 3 wheels, like 3 small wheels vehicle, and that's like some, what you call like a steep hill. Yeah, which is I think is not safe and made for.
So of course
tuk-tuk.
it's a 3-wheeled vehicle, right? We can't definitely can't.
So promise to me, if you're gonna make this trip happen with John, you're just gonna go to the road that paved.
I can't promise that. There may be some dirt roads involved, but not like off-roading.
Not gonna ride to somewhere that it's just made for 4-wheel, okay?
We're not gonna go to like places Suki would go with his motorcycle crew. So maybe just like some mountain dirt roads.
No.
Like roads though, not like to cruise homes, but
Okay, not that level.
like well-maintained dirt roads.
Okay, that's one fine.
But we may put a Goldwing engine in it so it could do like 150 kilometers
So
per
you can
hour.
enjoy with John. Go with John, not me.
Off-road tuk-tuk with a jet engine. I think, so the other thing is like figuring out like I think like the interesting thing about the tuk-tuk is like you have room for storage. You could mount like extra gas cans, extra wheels. So you could definitely...
What room you mean?
Like in the back, like you could definitely mount some. You could rig it out.
John
decent.
sit, and then where's the room?
We'd have to take behind the chair. We'll figure it out. I think you'd have to increase the wheel size as well. Like you definitely have to get the wheel size up.
Hi.
Living in Udon Thani, Thailand. TNW living in Udon Thani. Hello, folks. Hey, TNW living in Udon. How's things in Udon Thani? Actually, my next trip will be up Route 2. It'll take me right through the middle of Udon Thani. So that route goes through Kongan, through Udon Thani.
Okay.
Yeah, Route 2. Jim's like, oh, can you stop at this museum? It's like 100 kilometers away from the route.
It's beautiful museum.
It does look beautiful, but we should go there another time. Not like, we should go there together. I shouldn't detour.
Went there once.
Yeah, I shouldn't detour while on the trip.
I thought it's like, oh, you can stop by.
No, it's like 100 kilometers.
Yeah, it's too far.
Worthy build of a supervillain, indeed. I think it could paint it all black, decal it out, would be dope. What's the drag racing? Oh, that's a nitrous kit. That's nitrous. Yeah, I think with a gold, I don't know, like figuring out the way the shifter works with the tuk-tuks. I think it's like it's still a foot shifter, but it's quite different. The ultimate tuk-tuk.
Huh.
Oh, is that what Joe just posted here? Joe, can you send me
I don't know,
that
John
link?
send this.
John,
Yeah.
Joe, forward me that ultimate tuk-tuk link. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Monster truck tuk-tuk.
Is that Mad Max?
maybe slightly lower on the suspension, John. We don't want to flip every chance we get. Let's see what he say here, babe.
Tuk.
Tuk.
Oh, wow, you needed 2 words.
Yeah.
Tuk tuk. 2 times. Type it 2 times.
Oh, maybe he's saying because I'm pronouncing it wrong. Tuk tuk.
Tuk tuk.
Let's see. Oh, Paul Lapps. What's going on, man? How you doing? My girlfriend got COVID 2 weeks ago. They kicked her out of the isolation hotel in BKK after 5 days and 1 negative test due to overcrowding. Damn. So they were just like, yeah, too many people. You go find somewhere else.
Huh.
You guys want anything from the U.S.? I've got some Hawaiian coffee beans, but let me know if you or Jim wants anything else. Oh, Hawaiian coffee
Burt's
bean.
Bee.
What's that?
Burt's Bee.
Oh, Burt's Bees. Jib always wants Burt Bees. Are you going back soon? And you making a trip, Keon, or you have friends coming in?
โอ้นี่ Burt's Bee 的 red top อะ
Jib will have to watch the video, see what we do. Jib's going to find our Burt's Bees, Keon.
I got it from Uncle Bob.
Here we go. Jib loves this Burt Bees. Yeah, because it's like crazy expensive here. It's like $6 a tube or something.
This one. Red top.
Your new tuk-tuk should be called Took Off. Oh, I like it. Took Off. Leaving for... How long are you going for, Keon? When you come back... when are you coming back? Oh, yeah, there we go.
So, what if
Oh, all caught up on comments. Nice.
you, Joe and John, big 3,
Yeah.
enjoy the trip?
Could. 3-person tuk-tuk trip.
ใช่
Actually, I want... There's a...
It's a chockable tolerate all your weight.
We'd have to mod the suspension out. All right, Keon. Yeah, I'll hit you up on IG. 24th of May. Nice. I'll hit you up on IG, Keon. Yeah, I want to actually a cool trip would be there's a route I have planned that goes all the way around Thailand. Like start at Bangkok, end back in Bangkok, but like cover it everywhere, north, south, east, west. That would be a cool tuk-tuk trip, but it'd be like 2 weeks. 2 weeks on the open road in a tuk-tuk. Joe says we'd have to take turns driving for sure. Not one person can't have all the fun. What's that? Oh, it's a scooter with nitrous.
Is it safe?
Who's sending you all these nitrous photos? Chris. Yeah, nitrous on the MSX would be a little wild. I saw a bike the other day though. It was like super high compression engine with 2 NOS canisters.
Don't do it.
So I think the tuk-tuk would be interesting trip. Modified tuk-tuk, all suspended out, like poshed out, and just like around the country.
Enjoy นะ
Enjoy.
Go with friends.
Go with friends. The 331 from Karat to Rayong is pretty good. The 331, I've ridden part of that. Obviously not the whole thing, but I've used it as a cut through on one of my trips before. It's a pretty good road, yeah. 2 weeks, how are we going to hit Cambodia, Laos? I don't think you can bring the tuk-tuk across the border,
Yeah.
John. I don't think that's... You could probably do it, just not legally. Because a lot of the countries to like cross over, like you need permits and even for like a motorcycle.
You may just like...
Is it raining?
Should not.
Huh.
Like you just park at the border and like just
Yeah.
cross.
No, I've got a route planned already, like an around Thailand route planned. If we do the tuk-tuk, we're doing that.
John, you move here and you take him out for adventure, then he stopped asking me to go out with him.
All right, let's do it, John. When you move it,
Oh,
John.
the
When
truck,
you
yeah.
move it. Oh, that's what it is. Now that you've been here, you scoped it out. Time to plan your relocation, John. We'll make this happen. You guys should come down from Buriram and go Koh Phan.
Buriram.
Interesting large space shuttle sculpture along the way, kind of bush Bush though. Actually, I plan to. So Jack, the guy who owns SMS SoCo, they have a race team. And so I plan to go to a few of their races in Buriram and make a video about like the motorcycle racing in Thailand. So maybe when I do that, if you're in Koh Klam, we'll hook up, Keon. Because I think it's like the races are 2 days in Buriram. He sent me the schedule yesterday. I have to check it. I have to like double check it. But
So they're gonna have that event.
yeah, so they got their first race in 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
So first weekend of May is the first race.
ร้อน
Try.
ร้อนนะคะ
Try. Well, you can't. You gotta do it when it's not rainy.
get some burn นะ
Well, I'll be in the pits. Like, just definitely have to wear long sleeves. You should also take a bike with a vendor sidecar and sell street food on the way. So, Paul, this is actually something I've talked about. I want to do that with Chris, actually. I've talked to him about this. He's down. And I talked about I want to go from the southernmost point of Thailand to the northernmost point of Thailand with the sidecar bike.
No.
Jim's like, no. With me and Chris. And just like hang out and like chill and power through. But the problem is, I don't, usually those are rigged up on Honda Waves. And I don't know that that bike will actually handle me and him on that long route.
No.
And like we'd have to definitely get something with a customized suspension to it to be able to do it. Jim thinks we'll die, but I think we can make it. There's a route I've got planned from like the southernmost checkpoint on the Malaysian border all the way up to the northernmost checkpoint
So
on the
let's
Myanmar
say
border.
this type of vehicle they designed for local use.
Yes.
Like just going to like your own street and like sell food like not too far.
Yeah.
But you're gonna ride on like highway that like truck will crush you.
Well, the whole point, like I've been on enough highway, like surface roads in Thailand. I think I can navigate it well, but Jim.
So you know that like a world class bicycle rider, like many of them pass away on Thai road.
Yeah, I'm just saying
That's
that
the fact.
Yeah,
That's the fact.
we would build safety features into it. It's okay. But yeah, so Chris and I have talked about doing that with the sidecar. He's down. He wants to do it. We just got to figure it out. No Time to Be Sad's father-in-law law up in Isan has a company that builds tuk-tuks.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I've heard that channel name before. I don't think I know that. No Time to Be Sad. Is that the guy? Like he lives in a shop house with his wife. Like they have a dope little shop house out in like the middle of like some little village, not village, but like a small city. Is that them, Smoke Def? That would be cool. As a father-in-law sells great tuk-tuks with Daihatsu engines for around 3,500 USD. That's cheap, actually. I thought they were like more like 10,000 USD.
I think if you're gonna have a license to ride it as a service tuk-tuk,
Oh, that's the license.
cost.
Ah, I see,
think,
I
but
see.
by the vehicle itself, it's not that much.
I think those. I think if you have a tuk-tuk license in Bangkok, it's basically a license to print money because you're just ripping off tourists. It's like
I feel so embarrassed that like John had a bad experience for the first day that he out of
yeah.
there.
But I tell you, what, if
Hotel.
you guys actually, I've got to reach back out to these guys now that Songkran's over because I want to use them as well in our EV video. But there, this company called Move Me has electric tuk-tuks, but only in certain areas. So they're very limited in the areas they travel, but they are super comfortable EV tuk-tuks that you can order via app and are super cheap. Like you can book, what did we book the whole tuk-tuk for? Like 48 baht?
No,
49 baht?
39 baht.
39 baht.
From Thai Maharaj to Tat Tien.
So it's a 6-seater. We booked it for me, Jib, and John for a pretty, like, couple kilometers. And it was 39 baht. And it's quiet,
We
it's
can
clean.
walk, but
Yeah. But we would die.
by the heat, like
Yeah.
two of you will die before we arrive restaurant.
So see, Keon says he's seen them and they look completely safe to him. See? That's
Maybe
exactly
you
what-
live here too long, Keanu.
See, look,
Night.
read the comment. He said they look completely safe and seems like a sensible plan.
It was a bit You don't change when you read it. But this is not ตุกตุก
Yeah.
It's สองแถวนะ It's สองแถว John, like the small vehicle that you came to my house, we call กระป๋อง so it's like can, so it's like รถกระป๋อง or กระป๋อ someone call it, but like I don't know if anyone call it tuk tuk. I don't think we call it tuk tuk because it's 4 wheels.
So Paul says he just bought a new sidecar for his girlfriend. 10,000 baht. Suspension looks really sketchy. So it's one of those like it's like for food sidecar or for passenger, like a Thai style sidecar, right, Paul? I am interested in this. 10,000 baht. That is. Did they also attach it to the bike for her, or she has to like rig it up herself?
So remember when I used to work in Khon Kaen? So like one of the team, she lives there.
Yeah.
So we hired a local to help us to collect the survey. But like one day she ride motorcycle with a sidecar, and then she turned. I think she turned like right, and it's like, and we like all girls that scream like.
You have to turn like
scary.
They turn differently than normal motorcycles.
So actually, we are about to ask her like, "Oh, can we take a ride? It looks fun because it's like, well, think about like, she live in the village, some of the village like a far district from the city, so it's like most of the road like dirt road, but flat enough. And like she can take like 3 kids to the market or to eat somewhere or to the farm. So it's like, we'd like to try. But when we saw she turned and it was like the sidecar like gonna flip, it's like, okay, then we don't.
Yeah, you have to turn very different than a regular motorcycle.
Yes, that's what I worry when you say, oh, you're gonna ride it with Chris.
No, we would practice before we took the trip, but like I know how to ride a sidecar motorcycle as well. I've done it before.
This is not James Bond movie.
Yes, that's like okay, cool. Yeah, I've seen some of that guy's videos, not a ton, but like I've seen a few dudes living the dream, man. I love that like shop house style living, man. I think that's so cool, and like that dude seems really cool. My road trip hit every bar in Bangkok.
Just drop Joe at Nana.
Could or no, he just wants to go to every bar.
Yeah, just walk along the road there.
Or just you do a BTS pub crawl, Joe. Chuck and Paige, just Northern Thailand, took 100K baht. Nice. All right, here we go. No time to be sad. All right, I'm gonna subscribe and start to dive into this. His dad making tuk-tuks. All right, John, we got to we got to jump into this. My OG auntie. Actually, yeah, maybe my should be one of the next shirts. My. Oh, yes, for food. Labor included. Okay, so he attached it to her bike. What bike does she have, Paul? So she's got a food sidecar. So I've seen the ones where, obviously the ones where they put the food. Actually, the ones that are crazy to me, the motorcycle sidecars, where they've got a deep fryer and they've got like 3 gallons of oil boiling on the side of the sidecar, and then they're just driving around. That's a bit crazy to me.
You can survive.
So what does she sell? That's first. I'm curious. Is she driving around with 3 gallons of hot oil?
Or maybe ส้มตำไง
So
with that,
usually I see like grilled meats.
Oh yeah, with ส้มตำyou have to have grilled chicken or grilled fish.
Yeah.
But can use what you call a charcoal stove.
Yeah.
With that, it's not gonna be like explode.
Yeah.
The stove might break because made from clay.
Yeah.
But it's not like burn like gas tank.
So yeah, Paul. Here's the thing. I would need to make sure that I would need more good suspension, and 2, one that was rigged for passengers and could hold someone my size. So like, say if Chris was driving, I could be in the sidecar, or vice versa. But yeah, that's what the one thing I like. The Honda Wave is like the 125cc Honda Wave is like okay. It's like a decent enough bike to be able to pull it, but maybe you'd have to go something like a Suzuki Raider 150 or something like a bit more oomph to it. Also, like the 6-speed Jim's face. I like how Jim just gets completely. Don't get negative, babe. Don't get negative. These are viable adventures.
This is how I can live this long without any broken bone in my body. Not even like stitch.
I've only broken a few dozen bones and a couple thousand stitches. So not a big deal. Jim and I are on opposite ends of the risk tolerance spectrum. That's fine though. That's fine. But yeah, so I think like maybe like a Suzuki Raider, but Suzuki Raider is like an incredibly uncomfortable bike to ride. I used to have one. It's very long, and you put a lot of pressure on your wrists. But yeah, maybe like a CBR 150 or something would be a better bet. But anyway, it's something to think about because you can buy one of those used really cheap. Rig up a sidecar to it, decent suspension. Put like a big 19-inch like off-road wheel on it from like a CRF with like a really overbuilt suspension.
The CRF that crash one?
Yeah, the crash one. But remember how big those wheels were? Yeah, I think I've told you guys before about I crashed with Jim on my old CRF. We're only going 5 kilometers an hour, but for I don't know what happened, but the road was just completely covered in grease.
Yeah, because it's on my shirt.
Yeah, I was covered in grease. And
something leaked from maybe truck before we
went there. But and I completely I couldn't straighten the bike out, and the rear wheel started to slip, and so I gave it some throttle, and it just completely threw us, and we ended up high-siding. Jib got thrown off to the side of the road, and the bike landed on top of me, so I just kicked it off and went to check on Jib. And I remember some guy was honking at me because I was checking on you, and the bike was in the middle of the road. Once we determined Jib was okay, then I went and got the bike. But yeah, that was not the best time for.
It's hurt, but it seems like you not hurt.
Yeah, I was okay. I was fine. But yeah, Jib had to go to the ER. Just some bumps and bruises, but she was sore for a few days. A couple cuts.
Yeah, but
road rash.
Doctor said no need to stitch.
Yeah.
Just put plaster on it, but it's deep. But I still have scar here.
I still got a few scars.
Oh.
Yes, as Chris said, don't forget to Will Smith the like button, folks. Please, thank you. Tuk plus ATV, good times.
What? ATV is a 4-wheel, isn't it?
They used to have 3-wheel ones.
Oh.
Yeah, and, with no suspension, just big wheels. But people would die on them.
How can you die?
So I rode one a few times. You'd come over like a bump, and the front wheel would just flip you over.
Hui.
Yeah,
not safe.
Not the greatest thing for off roads. Great farm vehicles though.
So Joe, you stop offer a dangerous option for Dana, please.
So it's not that the sidecar pulls ET. It's really more. So if you get it aligned right, it doesn't pull you one way or the other. But when you turn, you have to turn more like a car. So when you turn a motorcycle, you counter steer, but you can't counter steer with a sidecar. So you have to actually turn into the turn, and you have to obviously you can't turn at a high rate of speed. Let's see. That's a racing sidecar.
Racing, huh?
What would you guys sell? Actually, so technically it's illegal for foreigners to sell street food. So I'll say that. But I wouldn't mind to have a little Somtum shop on the side of the car.
The thing is, you have to make it delicious first.
True.
That's the difficult part. Because if you make making shitty Somtum
making bad Somtum is more dangerous than driving that.
Yeah. Yes.
She is selling kanom jin. Oh,
อ๋อ
nice.
ขนมจีน โอเค
So nothing crazy, just gas burner for the soup. Okay, yeah. Nice.
so normally like they cook at home and like put
Yeah,
like
just keep it warm.
put it in a pot and just bringขนมจีนis
That
good
makes
I
sense.
like
But yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Paul. The ones who have like the deep frying wok on the on
The
the
big
sidecar.
wok, eh?
Yeah, like 3 gallons of hot oil.
Yeah, like the ball that you like to eat
Yeah.
ไข่หงส์อะ
Chai crop.
so that and if you have to ride maybe like they wait until like oil not that hot to ride I never see like people ride and sell it on the same time
But
right
even still, like actually, I saw one auntie with that sidecar selling the duck boa, fried duck boa,
เฮ้ย
the green
โอเค
You call
ฝัก
duck
บัวจ้าขนมฝักบัว
duck boa.
ค่ะ
But she would throw that in and then drive off. But she had like very little oil. Like,
yeah like a small pan
big wok, little oil.
อ้าวเหรอ
So it could move around.
you see the one that you got it's like she has like a like I think there's like
Yeah, but when
Small
on the
wok.
sidecar, it's like a big wok.
okay
Yeah. Let's see. Just saw a bike with a sidecar going past my house. The kid must have been 9 years old, no helmet, but wearing a mask. Hey, more important to protect the lungs than protect the head. Actually, one of my buddies, Ben, who I met the other day, he's in Pattaya, and he was like looking at the air quality outside was visibly bad from his condo, and it looks like. I was like, damn, that's really high. And I checked AQI. They have a fire somewhere near Pattaya. And their AQI is like in the 160s.
fire
Yeah.
พัทยาเหรอ It's
Yeah. The 3-wheel ATVs were worth the damage. Yeah, for sure. The 3 wheels were fun. The 3 wheels were fun, but definitely sketch. Oh, yeah, mango sticky rice on the sidecar would be awesome. Yes, that's the way to go.
you have to learn how to peel it first
There's an Italian guy that sells pizza from his bike in my neighborhood. His pizza oven on the sidecar.
Huh?
He has been doing it for a while, and Pattaya immigration doesn't care, I guess. Yeah, so that's cool. One, that's cool. Having a pizza oven on the sidecar. I guess like if it's wood fired, right? You could just keep that going all the time, or if it's gas fired, just turn it on and like get it up to heat. That is a cool idea. Little smokestack off the top of the sidecar.
instead of a grilled chicken
Yeah. I think, I don't, maybe like because it's Italian food, it's technically not like one of the restricted jobs. Because street food vendor is a restricted job in
the
Thailand.
thing is does he have work permit
Well,
that's the thing
I'm not delving into the technicalities
Because-
of it. No, but even with a work permit, you can't do a restricted job.
some job
So
like you
there's, I think
cannot
there's 9 or 10.
something
And some of them
reserved
are,
for Thai
yeah, some of
only.
them are weird. It's like obviously taxi driver, tuk-tuk driver,
barber
what barber, amulet maker,
จริงเหรอ
jing. So you can't make amulets if you are not Thai
okay
in Thailand.
maybe you don't know about design or like
Well,
traditional I mean
It-
traditional
it's not about knowing or not knowing. It's just a job that's restricted from the work permit class, which they took a few jobs off of that class. Barber might actually not be on there anymore.
I don't know it's
But-
like long ago that I remember barber is
Yeah,
one
but
of
like
those.
a few jobs were removed a few years ago.
Okay so
but-
they have update
Yeah, they updated it. But like hat maker, but like it's like very specific, like a specific type of hat for someone to make is restricted. So yeah, the restricted jobs are interesting, but again, it might be down to type of food that like you just.
you want to go with this style 3 wheels
Oh, that's interesting. I've seen that. That's gonna be hard
ซา
to
เล้งไง
drive.
ซาเล้งอ่ะ
More difficult to drive. But so yeah, I think like the food type might actually make it viable or not viable. So I'm not sure though. Sell fried Twinkies. Go full out American.
Fried
Or maybe
Twinkie.
because Chris is Canadian, we could do poutine.
what's that
Poutine's like French fries with cheese curds and gravy.
Sounds good.
It's delicious. It's very Canadian. Very
I don't think we
Quebecois.
have like Canadian restaurant here. I don't know. Like
Probably not.
every day I know we don't have it.
Need some on a merch cannons.
Maybe you ask him if he can find it somewhere here in Bangkok. I would like to try.
I could make some nice merch cannons. Compressed air and PVC. Good to go. I found a bike you need to hook up, have Jim check Facebook.
Yeah. That one, like with coconut.
Maybe he's not really Italian. Or maybe is he selling pizza out of the little hot pot with the stone on the bottom? Like the one that Jib found before with ketchup sauce. He does speak Thai pretty well. Maybe he's half. Maybe.
Maybe.
It's kind of ironic to call poutine heart attack on a plate when like half of the food we eat in America is worse, right? Like, actually, there was a place in Cleveland. I don't know if Dip Media is still here. There was a place that in Cleveland used to be called Melt. I don't know if it's still there. And they made these massive grilled cheese sandwiches, and they had one that was deep fried. They had a few that were deep fried.
You have grilled sandwich and then deep fry it.
So it's grilled cheese, but the bread's super thick.
Yes.
And it's got like maybe 300 grams of cheese on it. And other stuff as well. And then they would dip it in batter and then deep fry it.
So after they grill the sandwich?
Correct. Covered in butter, grilled till it's melty.
Yeah.
Dip it in batter and then deep fry it.
Why?
And it was really good. Really good.
It sounds like high fat food.
Oh, it's so high fat food. Actually, they had one called the Melt Challenge, where you could eat. If you could eat it, you would like end up on like their wall or something. And it was like, I think it was like $50. I tried it twice.
Can you?
I couldn't do it. Actually, one time, I don't know if Josh was with me or Josh was a Suburban Bear. Josh was, I don't know if he was with me or like he was just back at the office. And so I went at lunchtime to try to do it. So we're at work and our corporate office was there like, oh, if you do it, we'll pay for it. We'll expense it. I was like, all right, bet. And we went there and I tried to do it at lunch and I got like 3/4 of the way through and I had to stop because it was just too much. I felt like I was going to puke. And we went back to work and I just went out into the MTC and went to sleep, which is like our head end.
Hi.
Merch can, hell of a good idea. Just shooting out Auntie Jib shirts everywhere we go. Who eats cheesy fries at the street market? True. Good point.
We have it here.
Not cheesy fries though.
It's fried and like she has the cheese sauce that you can dip
No,
it.
but like melted cheese he's talking about.
Too expensive.
Yeah. Cornbread, hot dog, street food, Melt Challenge Hall of Fame.
Oh.
Yeah, I tried. I tried twice, couldn't do it. Now my lactose intolerance would seriously prevent me from even attempting. I think it had 7 different
How
types.
big is it?
It had 3 slices of bread and 7 different types of cheese. I think it weighed just over 1 kilo.
I cannot.
Plus, it came with 500 grams of fries.
Oh, you have to eat fries
and 500 grams of coleslaw.
Coleslaw maybe I can do.
So the coleslaw was the thing that like really saved you because you could eat like a little bit of coleslaw, change the flavor.
Yes.
Because their coleslaw was just vinegar. So it's like a different flavor.
Not like a mayo creamy thing.
No mayo, yeah. Because everything else is dairy based. So the vinegar coleslaw like changes the flavor in your mouth. Cuts through the fat. That deep fried sandwich sounds pretty good. Yeah, right? It is good. Hey, you guys still in Cambodia, Nammark and Landmark, or did you already take off to your next destination? Oh, wait. Deep fried ho-hos and ding-dongs will do you in. But so, yeah, right? Deep fried Snickers bar, too. You guys ever have the deep fried Snickers? Oh, yeah.
It's chocolate.
Oh,
bar.
yeah. Oh, yeah. They put it in batter and deep fry. So, babe, in America, they have deep fried butter.
That's, I don't understand. Like deep fried cheese ball,
Yep.
maybe. Yeah, okay. But deep fried
Okay,
butter.
so I'll explain to you like this. Do you know you know the soup wontons for dim sum? So it's like that, except it's
It's a
deep fried.
ซาลาเปาใช่ไหมอ่ะ
No, but it's like a wonton
เสี่ยวหลง
wrapper.
เปา
And they put butter inside, and then they deep fry it. Looking good in the fluorescent pink. Hey, Soy Mafia, what's up? You can attract the snakes with your shirt, she said.
ฮะ ไม่สิ
His Dip Media. Yeah, they're still in business. They still have nine locations.
Whoa.
Wow. Been there one time. It was pretty good. Went to the Lakewood location. Damn, dude. Nine. Wow. I think they only had 3 locations when I lived there. This was over a decade ago. Wow. 9. That's awesome for them. Yeah, I think I've been to the Lakewood location like a handful of times. And I went to which I think is the original location. That's the smallest one. And then, but the 2 times I tried the challenge was at the Strongsville location, if it's still there. Because my office was in Parma. And so we'd pop over to Strongsville to do it at lunch. Or actually, one time I did it after work. My buddy Baltazar was like, he was like buying drinks like for me the whole time. He's like, "Oh, you need more bourbon to get it down." It was me, Baltazar, and Amy. We went after work one day, and they had blood orange old fashions,
โอเค
and it was like red orange, and with the bourbon, and we were drinking that and trying to eat the challenge. 9 locations. That's awesome for them, man. It's a cool restaurant. It's a very cool vibe. But, man, yeah, it's dangerous food.
You can't eat it
dangerous
anymore.
food. Yeah.
Is it butter? Like a bread there has a milk powder?
No. Most bread doesn't have milk powder in the U.S.
No milk? No egg?
So, actually, I want to ask Dip Media, man. You said that you wanted to move to Thailand. Have you been here before, or you just you just picked it? What's up? And actually, do you know another channel called Minority Nomad? It's my buddy Eric. He's actually a native Clevelandite. He grew up in East Cleveland. So I moved there. I grew up on the East Coast, but I moved to Cleveland. But Eric actually grew up there, then moved to Texas when he was in the Air Force. See, but as an Appalachian American, we live off deep fried food, deep fried possum.
You tried deep fried chicken here, right?
Hey, Gator Jake, man, you know I'm all good, man. Throw anyone who supports the channel, we can support them in the chat, man. Throw it out. Anyone, it's all good. I love that you do it, man. It gives everyone a shout out. Deep fried ice cream, that's another one.
We have it here.
Yeah. But in America, we take it to another level.
Like what?
Oh, it's wrapped in wontons, packed up, deep
We
fried,
wrap
covered,
it in bread.
covered in chocolate with ice cream, with other ice cream.
Oh, I don't think so.
They closed the original location, and now it's a spot called Haunted House. Haunted House?
Is there someone dying in that restaurant?
Probably a few or come close.
Like heart attack when they're eating?
Oh, there used to be, there's a place called like Deegan's or something in Lakewood. Is that still there? I remember they used to have Taco Tuesdays at Deegan's. This is kind of like an Ohio spot. Ohio's got some good food, man. I missed the West Side Market, actually. That was always a good weekend trip.
Is this how you get your weight?
Oh, yeah. Pierogies from the West Side Market. Pierogies are like salapao, but filled with potatoes and cheese, onions.
Oh, cheese and potato. Sounds good.
Yeah, I tell you, I think the West Side Market, if I remember, it's the oldest or longest continuously open municipal market in America. So it's only open on the weekends. A lot of cool stuff there.
So they can't open on the winter, right?
Not open. No, it's in a building.
Oh, in a building?
It is
Okay.
Cleveland, right? So it's in a building. But yeah, it's a good spot. I think Scotland is deep fried king of everything. Oh, really? The Scots like to fry stuff? Someone died in that restaurant like while they were eating. Actually, there's a place in America called the Heart Attack Grill. I think it's native to Arizona. And like they've had 4 or 5 people die in their restaurant.
I don't know, because for Thai, if we call somewhere haunted, it's like someone must die in that
that's
place.
true, yeah, because it's called haunted. Oh, maybe. I don't know. Is it like a theme, Dip Media, is it a themed restaurant, man? Like a Halloween themed place?
Yeah, if it's set up like that, it's like, hey, I understand. But, you know, as some Thai, when I heard some, like, haunted something, I was like, oh.
Oh, snap. TW and John Poe are both William Americans.
Huh?
Hill Williams.
What's that?
Hillbillies. Both from Kentucky.
Oh. Oh.
As John likes to call himself a Hill William. Skyline chili. Yeah, Skyline chili is a thing.
So now you miss American food already, John?
Yeah. State fairs are the worst and best. Yeah, it is very much the worst and is the best of the worst and the worst of the best.
What?
Covered with White Russian. So, oh yeah, right? White Russian on top. I think they invented the deep fried Twinkie and Snickers. Heart Attack Grill is... Oh, is it Vegas? I thought it was Phoenix. But yeah, like they cook their burgers in lard. And then they deep fry their French fries in lard. And they brush the buns with lard.
Oh, that must be delicious. Lard.
Pike, I'll get you out of here. I was there for all of 30 days, including the New Year 2022. Was going to visit 2020, but the human malware started. Yeah, okay, nice, man. Yeah, 30 days is enough to get you hooked, dude. It definitely is. My first trip to Asia was 45 days back in 2004, and I didn't. It was like Singapore and Cambodia, but like that got me hooked on the region, just in general. Yeah, definitely, make your plan to get out here for sure. Okay, yeah, zany horror movie themed restaurant with comfort food and popcorn in the lobby plus cocktail. Oh, no, that sounds cool, actually. That sounds very Lakewood. Sounds very Lakewood to me. Lakewood's a cool little town, community type of spot right on the outside of Cleveland, if you guys don't know. Very, very hip area. Just saying Skyline is some good. Skyline's not bad, man. Can't complain. Can't complain at all. Let's see, how we doing on time? It's about 10:45, guys. I got to wrap up. I got my 11 o'clock I got to jump onto. Anyway.
What takes you on to Parlor for lunch?
Today, I'm packed through, I think, for the day. Maybe late lunch. He's going to blast off for tattoo, but I do got to catch up with him. Let me see. Yeah, I'm through. Let me see how my executive meeting goes in the afternoon. Oh, who's out of office? Oh, is that me? I don't know why I have an out of office for tomorrow. That's strange. I don't know. Wait, I might actually be done at 1. Okay, let me see how my day unfolds. I've got an executive meeting on the clocks. All right. With that, guys, I do have to wrap up. Be good all, be safe. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much for joining us today. Appreciate it. Everyone for the super chats from the bottom of our heart, thank you so much. Everyone who's new to the channel who came by today, again, thank you so much. We love having you guys come through. Yes, we got a wrap. I got the 11. So, again, I'll go through the 100 Thai words book. I'll give you guys a review next week or week after. Get a good feel for it. And I'm kind of stuck on the edit for the next video, the soy dog video.
Why?
So I've got a spot where I'm having a hard time progressing the story, so I've got to massage it a bit. It's the part with Deanna's interview. So I'm having a hard time progressing that. But I'll work through it today and tomorrow when I get some time. All right, guys. Until next time, keep taking action. Make your ideas reality. Bye.